Hi everyone, so here I am in Winchester to see the really talented Alison Weir in a conversation as part of Winchester Book Festival. She's going to be speaking about Winchester Queens because as some of you might know, Winchester is a beautiful, really historic city on the south coast of England near to where I live. So I'm really looking forward to hearing what Alison's going to say. I'm going to do my best and not buy any more of her books, but we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I'll report back soon. Bye for now. Hi everyone, please excuse the lighting. From Alison Weir's talk in Winchester, I've headed north slightly and arrived in Basingstoke for a friend's wedding anniversary party later this evening, but I just thought I would come on and share my thoughts of Alison's talk with you now while my thoughts are still fresh in my head. First off, it's not very often that you kind of get to see authors of Alison's calibre. She's obviously got a brilliant track record of fiction and non-fiction titles behind her over the last few decades, and it's only recently that I've come to her 6 Tudor Queens series. I've read the first one, I've got the second one to read, and I'm very much looking forward to that, and I own the remaining titles, so I will be ploughing on with those because I absolutely love the Tudors, hence why I went and saw Alison talk in person today. She gave a really special talk all around Winchester's relationships and links with queens of kind of the medieval ages through to the Tudor period. It was just fascinating to kind of hear her talk and kind of share little bits about essentially the women who had been queens alongside their kings, some who had much more voice and kind of currency and power than some might think of the ages. It was an absolutely packed audience in this beautiful church in Winchester, very near Winchester College, so you can imagine it's just got a really special atmosphere. Alison spoke to us for I think around 45 minutes with some PowerPoint slides as well, of course, and almost that sort of feeling of next slide please, but she had a little clicker in her hand, so it was really interesting to hear her kind of outline the kind of the dynasties of British kings and queens related to how Winchester was essentially a huge kind of meeting place and kind of capital of England much before London became the kind of the official seat of government, and it really has got a rich kind of tapestry and wealth of history. So even if you're not local to Winchester, I would highly recommend a visit. A lot of the places Alison was talking about was familiar to me, having worked in Winchester for the sort of a period of 4 or 5 years up until a few years ago. There are sort of landmarks like the Great Hall, Winchester Cathedral. It's got a number of numerous kings and queens buried within the cathedral, as well as, some of you might be aware, the really famous novelist Jane Austen. So it really is something quite special to see where their sort of final resting place is. If you do get a chance, you will not be disappointed. Winchester has got a lot of kind of the old buildings still signifying back to those ages. Very much unique to see through kind of British cities that have got that sort of that past. So there you go. That's kind of my reflections on Alison's talk. I was really cheeky in that I'd got to Winchester a little bit early and I had nipped into Oxfam Books, which is one of my favourite secondhand bookshops ever. It's brilliant. If you can go, I'd highly recommend it. I managed to pick up a hardback, immaculate condition, of the third in the Tudor Queen series, which is obviously Jane Seymour. So I was lucky enough to get Alison to sign that at the end of the talk, and she was just so lovely and gracious. And yeah, it will definitely be a memory in the kind of the bookish notebook in my mind. So really glad that I went along. I'm really hoping that kind of more authors come along to Winchester Book Festival in the years to come, and it kind of sort of stays as a success that it is. Can't believe it's only the second year it's been running, but I'm really hope it kind of cements its place in the kind of the literary festival calendar for England and the UK. I would definitely be looking at kind of who's talking again, and Alison seemed really excited to return at some point. So there you have it. If you've thought this video has been interesting and has held your attention this long, please leave me a crown emoji. But yeah, let's all celebrate the British queens that have kind of gone before us, and all their legacies that they leave behind. So until next week, when I'll share another vlog, I hope you're all keeping well and enjoying lots of fantastic books. But until then, happy reading, and thank you very much for watching. Bye.